This is the new Casio PX3 limited edition stage and studio keyboard. Based on the PX330, it has some new and additional features that make it really great to use in a live situation. Firstly, one of the really obvious changes is that we no longer have the internal speakers that we had on the PX330. I use the PX330 live myself, and as anybody who uses a digital piano in a live situation would appreciate, the internal speakers make the keyboard heavier to carry. They really serve no purpose when we're performing live, because normally we'd be amplifying the keyboard through a PA system, and we all would agree that it gives the keyboard a much cooler and professional appearance. The PX3 has 4 individual zone controls with selector buttons on the panel. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have 2 zones for the lower or left hand and 2 zones for the upper or right hand. What this means is that I can layer 4 tones together at the same time, and I can split the keyboard with 2 tones in my left hand and 2 tones in my right hand. In addition to the 4 zone selector buttons, we also have an internal-external selector switch, which allows us to route one or all of the zones to either the internal tone generator of the keyboard or an external MIDI device such as a computer or sound module. We also have a zone edit button that allows us to edit the parameters of each zone, such as pitch and volume. As I mentioned earlier, on the Casio PX3 we now have 4 individual zone controls. Each of those zones can be routed to an internal tone from the keyboard itself or to an external device such as a computer or MIDI module, so that we can use a tone from an external device, and if we want to we can layer that with the internal sounds of the Casio. So in this case I've selected zone 1 and I've routed that to the internal tone bank, and I've selected the piano sound. I've routed zone 2 to the laptop computer, and using the onboard string sound I can now layer that in with my Casio piano tone. This allows us to come up with some really unique combinations of sounds. We're no longer limited to just the sounds that come with the Casio keyboard. We can source sounds on the internet, we can source sounds from computer programs, or as I mentioned earlier, external synthesizers and modules.